folks, how we diddling? Welcome back to the channel. It's Ollie's ASMR world here. Hope we're all good. In what is probably the second hottest day in the history of the world. Well, maybe not, but it is pretty hot here in the UK. I think it's set to be 35 today. And we don't need it. Honestly, if any countries are missing their heat, you can have it back. I'd rather have this heat if I was abroad, but not here in the UK where there's sod all to do on a daily basis. At least when you're abroad, it's warranted having good weather because you're on holiday usually. Anyway, today we're going to talk about football, of course. I ain't joking, my mind went blank then. I'm hoping to get this out in time, so the problem is I did a video yesterday, but didn't have time to upload it last night. So this one has to go out today because it's Premier League predictions for the weekend. So in that respect, I need this out today. Yesterday's, which should have gone out yesterday, probably will go out till tomorrow. Not good, is it really? Thankfully it's just rumours, like a transfer rumour video, and a lot of them deals haven't been done yet, so we might get away with it and be able to just go in with this video today and then post that one tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I might pass out from heat exhaustion and just not upload either. Right, Premier League weekend fixtures, baby. Let's get right into it. Saturday lunchtime. Oh yeah, I'm all over this, baby. Yeah, man. I'm going to be watching this game with a lot, I do mean a lot of interest. I say that as if I can get up from my hangover. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get up. Anyway, fair play. West Brom beat Sheffield United last night in the Carabao Cup. I didn't see that result. Carl and Grant with a second goal in 2 games, I think that is. Anyway, alright, so we have tomorrow lunchtime Aston Villa against Everton. This is very interesting. Not only does it bring back the old conundrum of Gerrard, Lampard, can they get together on the pitch? Well, not get together, work together. It's now, can they work against each other off the pitch on the sidelines? It's at Villa Park. Villa both teams gone off losses. I think the Villa loss was a lot worse than the Everton one. Bear in mind, Everton are only just doing their business now. They were home to Chelsea. They also lost players during the game, didn't they, with Ben Godfrey getting injured, etc. And then Villa were away at Bournemouth, who they've strengthened, but I don't think to the point where they're a really strong team. And yet Villa, with the new signs they've made, lost on the first game of the season. Ollie Watkins didn't start that game, as far as I'm aware. It was Danny Ings up front, which is really strange, considering Ollie Watkins was like the go-to guy last season. I don't think he's like a 20-goal season striker or ever will be in the Premier League, but still a useful player, Ollie Watkins is. Everton have made some signings or are on the verge of doing it, and Nana, I think, is one. I'd never heard of him until West Ham wanted him, which is usually the way, isn't it? West Ham want a player and all of a sudden they're well known. But Everton also they were trying to get Idris Gay. Apparently that deal might fall through now. And I have to one or two others as well. Who did this sign the other day? I seen what a deal Everton did the other day were about to complete. I was like, oh, okay. I can't remember now. Oh, Connor Cody, what's that all about? So I live in Wolves. I'm not really a Wolves fan. I want to see him do well. But where is the sense in letting your club captain go on loan? Not even on a permanent deal right now, just a loan deal. It's crazy talk. Anyway, Villa, I think, win this game against Everton. I mean, Everton can bring in all the players they want, but unless they bring in a good manager, it won't make no difference. Oh my god. Dundee United of the Scottish Premier League got battered last night. Okay, listen to it. I didn't know this till just now. Dundee United won the first leg of their Europa Conference qualifier, whichever competition it is. They won the first leg 1-0 against RZ Alkmaar. 1-0 at home in Dundee. It's at Tannadice Stadium, I'm not too sure. Anyway, they were 1-0 up from the first leg. They then went away to RZ Alkmaar and lost 7-0. Yeah, you couldn't make it all, could you? So 7-1 on aggregate to RZ. So yeah, I'm going with Villa to beat Everton, because unless Everton bring in a decent manager, then it won't matter how many players they bring in. Frank Lampard is not a good manager. And I'm not the only person who has said that, and I won't be the last person to say that either. I just think Villa can't be as bad as they were in their first game, the second time at home in front of their fans. I don't actually think Gerrard's that good from what we've seen so far. He obviously, I mean, he'd be funny, but my dog could have managed Rangers at that time when Celtic were really poor. And he left halfway through a season when it looked like they were going to retain the title. So Rangers won the title in Gerrard's second season, I think, and lost it in his third when he walked away. But yeah, Villa to beat Everton in this game. We then have Arsenal and Leicester in the first 3 o'clock game that's on this list. Arsenal beat Palace in the first game. Leicester threw away a 2-0 lead at home to Brentford. I don't see how Arsenal don't win this. This is a Leicester side without their first choice keeper who's now left. Maddison could be on his way. Harvey Barnes was wanted. I think he'll stick around for a bit longer. Vardy's getting no younger. Patson Daka's not really kicked on since he joined, which I was a bit surprised at, to be fair. Yeah, Arsenal to win this game. Let's give you some score lines, okay? So, Villa to win 2-1. I think Everton can score because Villa are a bit poor defensively. But Villa win 2-1. Arsenal beat Leicester 3-0. I think there's walk all over them, in all honesty. And I didn't think I'd be saying that 12 months ago. Brighton Newcastle at 3 o'clock. Well, this is a good game. Brighton obviously beat us easily, comprehensively. They beat us at Old Trafford. Newcastle beat Forest at St James's Park in the first game of the season. Eddie Howe is proving me wrong, and I'm happy to admit that he's proving me wrong at the minute with how he's got Brighton playing. So Brighton, I'm not concentrating on my bad. How he's got Newcastle playing, but I fancy a draw, a 1-1 draw in this match. I just think they'll cancel each other out. Maybe another Danny Welbeck's masterclass, and then a Bruno Guimaraes equaliser. I don't know who'll score, but a 1-1 draw. Man City, Bournemouth. Who was I heard a couple of days ago? Somebody a couple of days ago, an American. Oh, it's Chris Jericho, the wrestler. He's touring with his band Fozzy, and they're coming to England at some point, or the UK, England, Scotland, etc, etc. This isn't called part of the UK these days. I can't keep up, but you get the he said, yeah, we'll be playing Bournemouth. Put your American accent, imagine. Yeah, we'll be playing Bournemouth. I can't do American accents at all. But yeah, I thought it was quite funny. Anyway, Man City 8, Bournemouth 0. I honestly don't see anything other than a comprehensive Man City victory. Bournemouth did win their first game, obviously they beat Villa at home. Man City won their first game away at West Ham. I really wish I don't get jealous of Man City often. I know I should do as a United fan, but I don't know what will allow it. But when I see that they're playing Bournemouth at home and they have Erling Haaland up front, I miss the days of Van Nistelrooy, we just knew he was going to hit a couple of goals a game. Coley and York, Van Persie, these out and out monsters that you knew were just going to get you a couple of goals every game. Gutted with half one anymore. But yeah, Man City 4 or 5-0 easily against Bournemouth. Southampton, Leeds. Southampton against Leeds. So Leeds beat Wolves at Ellen Road, first game of this season, 2-1. It took a Wolves own goal for the victory for Leeds, but it doesn't matter. A victory is a victory is a victory. And if you're Leeds United, that is 3 points towards safety. Safety has to be the first and foremost important thing to them and their fans. You get to the, say, 38 points and then worry about where you end up after that. So now they only need another 35 points. And a team like Wolves, who could very easily be down in the relegation zone this season, they're 3 points behind. Anyway, Southampton against Leeds. Southampton got battered by Tottenham, which was no surprise to anyone really, was it? They went 1 up and then conceded 4 goals. Ward-Prowse with Southampton's goal. I think Southampton will get something out of this match. They are strengthening with players I've never heard of, which is nothing new. Their first choice keeper was Man City's 10th choice. The lad that they've signed, he was nowhere near the Man City team yet, now he's Southampton's first choice keeper. I do admire a little bit what they're doing. They're going around finding the good young players at teams where they're not going to get game time and trying to do deals on the cheap for them and hoping that there's a sell-on fee at the end, or their value goes up. The fact that this talk of Kyle Walker-Peters being worth 40 million quid, I think someone's been smoking a big joint. This is Walker-Peters who didn't get anywhere near the Tottenham starting lineup because it wasn't very good. Anyway, Southampton 2-1. Southampton against Leeds. Wolves Fulham. That is Wolves against Fulham. I'm looking at Wolves to. I'm gonna go Wolves to get the win. They got the new lad in Guedes, or however you say it. The lad from Valencia, basically. And I think Wolves can somehow get a win here. They're not a bad side, Wolves ain't. And Fulham are pretty useful. Look what they did against Liverpool the other day. 2-2 draw. I mean, Mitrovic could have himself a field day. He's going to be up to Gilman and Nathan Collins to keep Mitrovic under control and keep him quiet. The Wolves defenders, but I think Wolves sneak a 1-0 win here. Then we have Brentford, Man United at half-5. It don't get any easier. We've got Brentford tomorrow, and I think we've got Liverpool next week. I think so anyway. Christ almighty. Brentford away. Christian Eriksen up against his old team. If we pick him to play, I think we will do. I'm not confident in the slightest at all. maybe a 1-1 draw if we're lucky, and that sounds stupid, but I just don't think we're ready for this season in the slightest. Yeah, so I'm going to go a 1-1 draw with goals from Ivan Toney, and I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to pick either Christian Eriksen or Harry Maguire to score. Harry Maguire will be a big header from a corner, or Christian Eriksen gets the goal. Sunday, we have Forest West Ham at 2 o'clock. I mean, that is another fun game. I'm loving Forest being back in the Premier League. Honestly, I really am. West Ham, as we said, lost to Man City in the first game at home. Forest lost away to Newcastle. I think we see Forest beat West Ham here. I really do. I think Forest can get the win 2-0. They've strengthened so much, Forest have. Jesse Lingard up against the team that were desperate, absolutely desperate to get him. Yeah, I think Forest beat West Ham 2-1. You heard it here first. Chelsea, Tottenham, 4:30 on Sunday. Wow, what a game. Chelsea, Tottenham, second game of this season for these two. Chelsea got the 1-0 win away at Everton. Tottenham got a comprehensive 4-1 win at home to Southampton. I think this is going to be fireworks in this game. I'm going 2-2. Kane and Son and Kulusevski for Tottenham. And Chelsea, maybe Kai Havertz gets a goal. And I don't know who else really might pop up with one. Maybe a Jorginho penalty, who knows. But I think it'll be 2-2 this game. Don't be surprised to see Koulibaly pop up with a header. Yeah, Chelsea defence over the years have liked to get important goals. Thiago Silva, John Terry, Rudiger. Yes, I would not be surprised at all if we see a goal from Koulibaly. If not this weekend, then in one of the important games this season. That leaves us with Monday's game, Liverpool Palace. Monday Night Football. Palace lost at home to Arsenal. They're now having to go away to Liverpool, so it'll get easier for Palace, unfortunately for them and their fans. Liverpool 2-2 draw with Fulham in their first game of the season. I think Liverpool will turn on their style here and win maybe 3 or 4-0. I mean, I know some of their players maybe need to, get settled and back into the flow of things, but I really do think Liverpool win 3 or 4-0 against Palace. Unfortunately for Palace, as good as their team was last season, this season when maybe you're thinking, okay, they've got and signed a couple of established players, they're still out there. So I think they just signed a player from the Irish Premiership or somewhere, or Division 1 in Ireland, a lad I'd never heard of. I don't think any Palace fans had. I think sometimes there's a time and place to sign youngsters. They did it with a Derby, I didn't they? United wanted, or apparently we did, Ebway or something like that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But I'm all down for a Liverpool victory. I don't want them to win, but I think they will do. 3 or 4-0. And I think you'll see Nunes with a couple of goals. Because he's going to be that damn good, unfortunately, for the rest of us. Anyway guys, take it easy. Oops, apologies. Take it easy, I'll see you again very soon.